Hello everyone, Sigs here. Sorry for my voice, it is very late at night. I took the day off and was playing all day, but I wanted to get this video out quickly because we have here a pretty good, quick method to level up from level 25 to about level 27 or so in the Razorfen Kraul dungeon. So all that this footage really is some sped up footage of one of the runs that I did. However, I wanted to go over a few little things and just kind of show the route. So you'll see we enter the dungeon, cleared that first room, went to the right, and then we went down this hallway here, and then we stopped and we turned back. So you can go up on either side and do those wings. However, some of the enemies up there are level 30 plus, and starting at level 25, even with BFD gear, you're going to get resisted a lot, and it's just the enemies give more experience because they're higher level, but they take so much longer to kill because they're resisting everything that you do that it's not really worth it. You could go up there if you wanted, however we found it quicker after a few runs of trying to just stop at the end of that hallway, and then you can see we turned right around, came all the way down here, and now we're clearing out the boar hallway. So this boar hallway is probably the best part of this dungeon. The mobs in here are, level 25 to 27-ish. And once you get to the end here, you can also clear up to the right. There are similarly leveled mobs up here that are pretty easy to defeat. And there is also the escort quest that you can pick up from this NPC right here. If you haven't done that yet, you can get that done on the way out for a nice little XP boost as well. And this is a great experience if you're just starting out at level 25 and you want to know what's like the first thing that I should do. I'd highly recommend coming here and just grinding out a couple levels. After you clear out that whole hallway, you can come back, and then instead of going out of the entrance portal, which was just on the left there, you can continue through here to this room, or you could do this first. Right as you come in through the entrance, there's a little hallway on your left right before the first main room. That's where we are now. You go down there, you come across the bridge, clear out this little alcove here with other enemies that go, up to level 29 at the highest, which is pretty easily manageable at level 25 or so. And then you are done. You can exit the dungeon and reset. And so you'll see here that one run we did gave almost 11,000 experience in about 20 minutes. So you do need 34,000 experience to go from 25 to 26, and then about 39,000 to go from 26 to 27. So you can end up getting a level in about an hour, and that's 3 runs, which is not going to hit the instance lockout limit, making this a nice method. Obviously, your mileage will vary based on your group and, how much damage you do and how big you guys are pulling. It could be faster, it could be slower. But I just thought that this was a good method to get started, to get a few levels before you maybe head to some of the questing zones, which are all really densely populated at the moment anyway, making the experience per hour less than it would usually be due to mob competition and resource competition and stuff like that. And then lastly, I drew up a graphic here, which now that I'm looking at it is horrendous and very hard to follow, and kind of embarrassing that I'd even put that in a video and put it on the internet, but we're going to take a look at it anyway. So the dungeon entrance is down at the bottom right there on that little swirl, and you're going to come in following that blue line. You go down the path, you go right, you go into the room, and then you go down that hallway, and then you'll see right at the end there of that blue line, that's where I was talking. You can see those 2 wings on the side with the yellow skull and the purple skull area, and you can go up and clear those if you want. We were at first, but there's just a few pulls with like level 30, 31 enemies, and we were just getting resisted so much that it just wasn't worth the time. So at that point, at the end of that blue line, we would turn back around, follow the red line, you come back to the main room, you jump down into the boar room, through that whole boar hallway like you saw, you clear up to the end of the red line there, which is going to end at the escort quest, and then if you'd like, you could do the quest, but either way, you come back down that green line, and you basically head back towards the entrance, but before you would turn down to go out of the instance, you keep going down that one little hallway, which has a couple really nice pulls in it, and then you go out across the bridge is where that green line is overlapping, and then you clear out that little alcove, and then you just follow the purple line back and out of the dungeon. Probably a little hard to follow what I'm saying here. I kind of wish I could like put my mouse over it and show you, but you just saw the footage too. Hopefully it wasn't sped up too fast to follow, but just fast enough to kind of show you the route. So again, this is for like level 25 to 27. If you're just starting, wondering, what should I do to get going here, get a couple levels before I go to these questing zones. Maybe I did all my quests at level 25 for the gold, and so there's kind of a gap between the level 25 quests that I don't have available to me and the level 28 quests that are maybe a little bit too tough to do right now. So this would be a good thing to go do to kind of bridge that gap. And then I'd say that once you're around level 27 or so, you could probably go ahead and just do the whole dungeon. Certainly once you're level 28 or higher, you could. The last boss is level 33, so it's obviously too difficult. If you're level 25, you're just going to get resisted constantly. It's just not going to be worth the time. But once you're a little bit higher level, you could just clear the whole dungeon like normal, go down every wing, defeat all the mobs, and get pretty good experience that way too. But that's going to be all for this video. Kind of a weird one. Just thought I would put it out there, have a few pointers for some people that they may find useful. So I do hope that you found this helpful. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a good one. Take care. Peace.